Hi, my name is Jibril and I'm a creative director at Lightmotion. I'm also a Focus Nordic ambassador, and today I'm gonna talk about SD cards. When looking at SD card, it can be quite confusing and difficult to figure out what type of SD card you need. There is V30, V60 and V90. Yes, it's confusing, but let's take it from the beginning and break it down. There are two speeds to keep your eyes on when looking at SD cards. You have your read speed, which is when you're transferring from your SD card over to your computer. And then you have your write speed, which is when you are shooting your photos and video to the SD card in the camera. Manufacturers normally write one speed on their SD card. That is usually the read speed. And that is not always the same as the write speed. And the important one is the write speed. On a V60 card from Lexar here, it says 250 megabytes per second. But that is the read speed. On this card, the write speed is 120 megabytes per second. We can see that because it says here on the packaging. In addition to Lexar actually writing on their cards if it's a V30, V60 or a V90 card, the other benefits on Lexar card is that all of their V60 and V90 cards are UHS 2 cards, which means that they have a higher security transfer rate. You can also see that if you flip the SD card, on the back side they have much more contact faces than a regular UHS 1 card. But the camera needs to be able to accept UHS 2 cards, else it's just going to use it as a UHS 1 card. When talking about V30, V60 and V90, that number can directly correlate to the bitrate the camera can write with. So for example, a Panasonic GH5, that camera able to write with 400 megabits per second. In other words, at least a security transfer speed on 50 megabytes per second. You can find that number by saying 400 divided by 8 equals 50. In other words, a V50 card, but there is no such thing as a V50 card, so the minimum here would be a V60 card. I would recommend to look at the camera specification to figure out what type of SD card you minimum need, and then go a little bit over that, because the most error happens when you're pushing the SD card to the limit. And also have plenty of capacity, because the more you fill up your SD card, the more slower the read and write speed will get. That was a little video on SD card. I hope you find it helpful. Thanks for watching.